everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Chits Chat podcast. A little podcast we make where we chit chat. I'm Rich here. Who are you guys?
It's your boy Steamboat Taco. Listen, man, you can't like. I know you want to blast through shit, but you gotta slow it down, or nobody can understand.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Remember that thing we told you about breathing?
Yeah.
Need to take a look back and never back down, sir.
Yeah, remember, dude. It's it's still in fashion. It's still in style. Breathing.
Anyways, Steamboat Taco. It's your boy.
I'm Knuckle Bomber.
And I'm a dude from another world, Isekai.
All right. Like I mentioned beforehand, this little podcast where we chit chat. We had a little bit of audio issues last time, but we're gonna try to make it up a little bit quick. So usually in the podcast we start off with our weeks, which is like the last 2 weeks from which the podcast started. So Isekai, because you're the farthest away from me, you go first.
Yeah. So I finished up Castlevania season 4. Overall, I think it was really good. Better than last season, that's for sure. I really disliked last season. I still kind of feels like they just wanted to tell their own story, but then slapped Castlevania on it instead of telling the Castlevania story. Mainly because a lot of the monster designs are kind of just bland generic demons. Kind of wish that they took advantage of Castlevania's rich bestiary. Other than that, they did my boy Grant Dynasty super dirty by not even fucking putting him in the show, even though he's part of the quad, the S Squad. Because Warren Ellis is a dumb fucker and was like, I think his name is dumb, and fuck Warren Ellis. I'm glad that he didn't write for this season. Granted, I'm
But
not.
they used his scripts, so he technically still wrote the season.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Can't get away scot-free that easily.
Yeah. Well, I mean, considering the reason why he's not writing for them anymore, or what have you. I mean, he was still credited as a writer, so I don't know what removing him really did. So,
yeah.
But other than not allowing Grant Dynasty to be put in the fucking show, fuck him. So I finished that. And then I also got really curious as to why I didn't hear anybody talking about the Yasuke anime that dropped. So I went and watched it and found out the reason why is because it's not very good. My only exposure to this was when it first got announced. And then
yeah, we talked about it.
And then I watched a trailer for it and found out, they're gonna put a lot of supernatural elements in this. So this isn't really this is not an anime about Yasuke. This is an anime featuring Yasuke. And that definitely becomes the case because they do have some like what little we actually know about Yasuke in there. And that's actually like all of the cool shit. And then the other half of the show is like flashing forward to tell its own original story, where Yasuke is just a bodyguard to a dumb little girl who's a MacGuffin and has super magic powers.
Like he's not hanging out with Nobunaga?
Nope.
Oh no.
Yeah, it is not like
they're homies.
It's not. It's only like half of it is like retelling Yasuke's story, which is really dumb because like I feel like that's what people wanted, and they were like, "No, I'm gonna tell this a completely original story, featuring mecha robots and supernatural sorcerers and this little girl that's gonna ruin the latter half of the show." I mean, on top of that, the animation was a bit spotty in a lot of areas. And overall just wasn't, like, it was super, super fucking generic is what I walked away from, which is really fucking unfortunate.
Yeah, it's that guy has done like a few projects, but every time he's kind of helmed his own project, they, at least to me, they always come out a little lackluster, which is kind of a bummer. Because he also did Cannon Busters, and that one is fun, but it also is kind of like, eh.
Was Cannon Busters the one that was on Netflix?
Yes. No. I think it's a Crunchyroll. Actually, shit. Yes, Netflix.
I think it is
yes.
Netflix.
Yes,
Okay.
Netflix. It's fine.
But it's not anything to write home about.
Exactly. It's which is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Because it's, I don't know, it's like, it has a little bit of Cowboy Bebop flavor to it, plus like a little Megas XLR. Like, by all accounts, it should be good.
Yeah. So there was that. I didn't play any fucking D&D at all these last 2 weeks. My groups kept canceling out on me. So, that also fucking sucked. Overall, last 2 weeks, pretty fucking mediocre. Probably should have spent my time watching the Isekai anime. But yeah, that's it.
All right. Knuckle Bomber, next.
Oh god, it smells so bad. I spared you all. I muted myself. It was oh boy. Anyways, lots of doing nothing at work because systems are still being stupid. I have been reading Damned. It's a Chuck Palahniuk book about a 13-year-old pudgy girl who overdoses on marijuana and goes to hell. And
What?
yeah, right. As ridiculous as that sounds, yeah. So it's about her going, or like her time spent in hell with the other people in the cells around her who just like gotten out of the cells, and so it's basically like the hell version of the Breakfast Club. Is like what they keep describing themselves as in the book, while going through these really descriptive areas of hell. It's pretty good so far. There's times you kind of feel like you don't want it to be as descriptive as it is, but there it is. Some disturbing stuff in hell, right?
Yeah.
Overall, it's a fun read. Let's see. Other than that, me and Aldo have made that plunge into Magic the Gathering for the new expansion, Strixhaven. Fucking wizards! And then, so I started looking over the card list for that, and there's a whole bunch of like alternative art cards that are in Japanese, like for the different languages and stuff, that just have like beautiful artwork on them, and I just want to collect them. There are a couple, decently priced or money cards on there. Like one of the ones that I want is the Demonic Tutor. Can go anywhere from like $200+ for trade-in value and stuff like that. But kind of scared him a little bit when he was like, "Yeah, let's get some Magic cards," and then I show him a buy list on Amazon, which was just like booster box, booster box, booster box, booster box, and he was just like, "Oh no, calm down."
Well, I want you to have money to eat, buddy.
Well, exactly. Yeah, I kind of would have went in a little bit harder today, but I do need to have some food, or else I'm just gonna faint at work. So Monday I get to start actually taking calls. So that'll be interesting. Hopefully we don't have system issues for that. In terms of gaming, I started to play a little bit more of Resident Evil 7. The plan was to play more of that today and tomorrow, to just like go through that, and then play some more Resident Evil 4 with Jeff tonight or tomorrow, whichever.
Yes.
Let's see. Still watching, current season animes. Really liking Burning Kabaddi. Let's see. Oh yeah, I still haven't watched the spider one for yesterday's episode. But still keeping up with why do I keep wanting to call it Beautiful Joe? But it's not Beautiful Joe. It's fucking Megalobox. Or Nomad for the...
Yeah,
How the fuck do you get? How did you get Beautiful Joe of Megalobox?
Because the main character's name is Joe.
And
Joe. That's it.
it's a
I
common
don't
name.
need to explain myself. Just fuck off.
I feel
Yeah, fuck
like you do.
Yeah, kind of.
And let's see. So keeping up with current anime, the book.
What about the Kardashians? Keeping up with them?
No, they can all go die in a fire. I don't care.
Oh,
Um,
Marcus.
let's see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my week. What about you, Jeff? Passing it over to you.
Bitch, I'm the
Nah,
host.
we'll let Aldo go last.
I go last.
We'll let Aldo go last. We changing the script. Breathe.
We're seizing the means of production.
Exactly. Breathe, Jeff.
Adorable. I didn't do a whole lot. Yeah.
Wow.
That was it. I didn't do a whole
You
lot.
didn't play any
like-
video games. You didn't scream at, anything
Yeah,
really
you
loud
know,
yesterday.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So. This is gonna go. That will just go part of the news later on. But yeah, I did stream the FanFest, the notes, the keynotes for the FanFest that's going on currently for Final Fantasy 14. I was excited for some things we were reading up during the news. Then afterwards, my excitement went a little bit on the downside because and this is Jeffrey's. This is Hero's light news. That doesn't involve anybody else but solely me out of this group. Toy has start putting DCMAs out for a bunch of the fan tokusatsu sites to stop doing Raws and doing fan subs for a bunch of the Kamen Rider and Super Sentai stuff. And that is going to be a big, massive setback for the Western Tokusatsu community because we relied on those subs to those fan subs and whatnot to watch the newest release as soon as they came out, so we didn't have to worry about any sort of we have to wait for like a DVD set to hopefully come out. I know that I don't know if it's Shout Factory that's making a bunch of the Kamen Rider, or not Shout Factory. I guess it is Shout Factory. I'm not sure, but they have been releasing the Sentai and Rider stuff out here in the West in like DVDs and stuff like that. But in regards to watching like the current stuff like Zenkaiger and Saber, the likeness of us Westerners watching that is pretty much unlikely now, and that's kind of where I'm at right now in regards to being a nerd, and that's kind of unfortunate for us over here in the West and whatnot.
Toei has said no. United States are not allowed to watch tokusatsu.
Well, yeah, like it's because it would be one thing if whoever is distributing the tokusatsu stuff to the West, like is putting those things out, which is understandable. That's why some fan subs have stopped giving fan subs out for Kamen Rider Amazons, which at the time was being released on Amazon Prime. But as for actual Kamen Rider and actual Sentai, we didn't get that until we are not going to be able to access the newest episode or whatnot until they start releasing the DVDs here in the West. And like I said before, that's I kind of understand, but at the same time, as a fan, I'm like, you guys are really setting it back. this is how you guys are getting your fan base. This is how you're getting your market. This is why what we're doing is the reason why you guys are showing those like Kamen Rider movies on YouTube and stuff like that, because you guys know that there is a fan base and whatnot. But we can't be constantly relying on DVD releases or even like just YouTube releases of past episodes of series that are more than like possibly 5 to 10 years old and stuff. And yeah, like that's kind of it's like yesterday was like a big bag of emotions for me as a fan of both Final Fantasy and the tokusatsu genre. And that's been my week. That was my Friday. The other last couple of weeks, I just kind of like did nothing really. All right, Aldo. Steamboat.
Let's see.
Sorry for the tangent, guys.
No, you're fine. I tangent all the time. Trying to remember. Okay, so like Kunkel Bomber said, he and I did the dive into Magic: The Gathering. So that's gonna get expensive. I'm already over $100 in.
Oh shit!
I'm not happy about it. I'm not proud. I'm happy about it. I'm not proud. Because I got cards and some of them are shiny, and shiny foil make brain go burr.
Shiny stuff makes serotonin go big.
Yeah, exactly. Other than that, I'm back on playing Control because I dropped that for a little bit to play the critically panned Marvel Avengers by Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix. And that was kind of as bad as everybody said it was. But you know what? Unlike Cyberpunk, it didn't crash on me a billion times. So, you know, it's already scoring higher than that in my book.
Take it how you will.
Yeah. I mean, overall, it was like fine, right? I guess like mini review. It was fine. The story was fine. It was a little short. I wish they would have explored the characters a little bit more. Especially considering that like 5 years passed between when you first meet everybody and then when you actually get to play them. So like that would have been a little bit nicer. The combat is repetitive. The combat is so repetitive. It was kind of like, it was weird because I was just like, part of the reason I dropped Marvel Ultimate Alliance was because it was just a repetitive, grindy game. And lo and behold, I started playing Marvel Avengers, and it's a repetitive, grindy game with a roster that is like a tenth its size, and it's maybe I should have just played Marvel Ultimate Alliance. Anyway, so I started playing Marvel
At least
Alliance.
that one you can play with friends.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you can Marvel Avengers too, but they need to have their own copy, and they need to have, you know, powered through all the bugs and shit. Like I would tell Knuckle Bomber about the bugs that I was getting, like my controller just going absolutely fucking ham, just non-stop, and I think that was draining the battery because like that shit would not last me more than 4 hours playing the Avengers game. And then like other times when like it would just be, I guess, like sensory overload, and my controller would just do nothing because I don't think it knew what the fuck to do in terms of shaking. A lot of like collision bugs, a lot of weird visual glitches. It was just kind of a mess all over the place. The moments where it shines are like the single player set pieces, which makes sense because it's by Crystal Dynamics, who've been doing the fucking Tomb Raider Survivor trilogy games. So like when it does that stuff, that's when it gets really good. But when it's trying to be a games as a service game, that's kind of when I was like losing interest. It's also a bit of a fucking cock tease. I was playing the fucking the Hawkeye storyline because you play as the two Hawkeyes, and like the previews were like, yeah, you're gonna do the Future Imperfect storyline as like Hawkeye, and I was like, oh hell yeah, Future Imperfect. But then like that's literally just the end of the story thing. Like you go to the future and you meet Maestro, and like you see like the world at war. It's been frozen in time, and you're like, oh, this is sick. What's gonna happen now? Story end. And you're just like, what? What? But yeah, voice performances were fine. The script honestly could have used a little less reliance on MCU counterparts, because some of the parts really feel like they're written for the MCU actors and not whatever version they did. But yeah, other than that, I mean, it's fine. I would not recommend paying more than $20 for it, if that. In fact, I think if you have $20, you should probably go play another game instead of this. But yeah. So I played that. Then I started playing Marvel Ultimate Alliance again. Because that one at least has like a better roster. And I watched Mortal Kombat by myself after the betrayal revealed in the last episode.
How was that?
It was okay. It was fine. I mean, I have the same complaints everybody has. Cole Young is kind of dumb. He never wins a fight on his own. Let's see what else. I wish Scorpion had been in it more. I don't think they did Kung Lao dirty. I think they did Kung Lao appropriately.
Hard disagree.
That's fine. I'm also not a Kung Lao fan. So I don't know. He also got the coolest fatality of the fucking movie, so like that was rad. I felt like that was okay. Yeah, that's about it. It was fine. I guess I would echo most of your guys' feelings from when y'all talked about it last time. Except the Kung Lao thing. That's the only thing where I'm like, I thought that. Oh god, I burped. Hold on, I'm recovering emotionally. Yeah, I think the Kung Lao thing's the only thing I disagree on, and this is because I'm not as big a fan of Kung Lao. But also, I feel like he got the coolest fatality, so I was like, tit for tat. You die cool, you go out. Or you kill cool, you go.
So you too like the sound of the soul suck.
Yeah. God,
that fucking line is so fucking awful.
It's the Gold Gluck 9000. It sucks the soul out of them.
I recently watched a video that broke down that particular scene with Kung Lao. And how fucking badly edited it is. Because there's so many fucking cuts in it. In just like that 1 minute. It's every, like on average, it's like a second and like 1.25 seconds between cuts on average.
Oh yeah, there's so much cutting that happens in this fucking movie.
Yeah, the editing in this film is really fucking bad. Bet it'll win Oscar for best editing. Yeah.
Oh god, no.
Probably not, because it's a video.
I thought Cole's power thing was really stupid. Where he just gets that fucking golden chest thing.
I got the Black Panther suit, but we made it gold. Because I'm Asian.
Oh, also the trailer for oh shit, what the hell did I drop? The trailer for oh fuck, what is his name? I was gonna call him Shang Tsung, but that's not it. Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi.
Oh, yeah.
That fucking trailer came out, and that movie looks like it's gonna be bomb. And honestly,
well, can he say it? Oh, sorry.
I do think that film is gonna bomb in some way.
I don't think so. I mean, it's a Marvel movie.
Yeah, it's a Marvel movie. It's probably not. It's gonna do super well in China regardless, so it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think I would be happy if they can keep the editing down on the fucking fight scenes, and like that's what I'm hoping for. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm hoping it's good.
Can he say the same about the Venom movie? About the new Venom trailer?
Fuck, the Carnage movie? No, dude. I still haven't seen the first Venom
and you choose not to see it, right?
Yeah, I've actively chosen to not see it.
Oh, you also haven't seen the Venom movie?
No.
It's better
He's
than
looking by
Mortal
choice.
Kombat, but
I've thought about watching it because it's supposed to be more of like a dark comedy type thing than it is an edgy 90s superhero thing.
Yeah, that's what
yeah,
it is for me.
yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
I don't.
It doesn't do anything without Spider-Man. You need Spider-Man. I feel like you need Spider-Man.
I don't think you need Spider-Man for Venom.
That's a hard disagree with from me. But this
on what? On Jeff or me?
on Jeff.
Oh.
Venom is good enough to stand out alone. Eddie, I think the only Venom that you would need Spider-Man for is like one of like the lesser known ones. But I think both Eddie Brock and Flash Thompson could probably carry a film on their own. But
I think a lot of it just has to do how you frame that story. I mean, granted, like most things, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need Spider-Man. It definitely helps, but I don't think you need Spider-Man.
At least Woody Harrelson has a better haircut in this movie.
Right?
In Carnage.
You don't see the goddamn wig.
God,
It's
God.
Andy Serkis
looked like
is the
he looked-
director too,
Oh,
which I thought was a little weird.
we'll see. I know I'll get around to watching it eventually, but when, I don't know.
The second Venom movie.
Yeah, the second one movie. I saw the first one in theaters, I think. Yeah.
I'll probably solo watch it. Like when I get off of work one day, I was like, you know what, fuck it, I got time to kill.
You sure you won't be like, hey guys, let's go watch this, and then watch it on your own?
No, I usually just go watch movies on impulse by myself. It's a different kind of feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Unless somebody brings up about watching it, I'm like, all right.
You mean like how we did just now?
Do you want to see Venom?
I don't know.
Exactly. Like I'm assuming that you guys probably want to watch Shang-Chi more than Venom, obviously.
I would rather
like,
watch Venom over Shang-Chi.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Like Shang-Chi doesn't look bad. It just looks really generic. Yeah.
I
Interesting.
mean, yeah, the Marvel movies are pretty generic.
I don't know, man. Like it's also because I don't know fuck all about Shang-Chi.
Hey, you know what? Nobody else does either, so you're in good company.
Yeah, I don't know. Something about the trailer just nothing grabbed me. Like nothing, nada.
That's fair. I just don't like Aquafina. I used to want to like Aquafina, but then she started being in movies, and then I took that back.
Dude, I thought that was just like a water brand.
Pardon. Oh God.
Nah.
Continue.
unfortunately. Anyways, I'm pretty much done.
I do want to see the Cruella movie, not because I think it's gonna be a good movie. I just like watching Emma Stone.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You got something against Emma Stone?
No, I got something against fucking making a movie about goddamn Cruella.
Yeah, it is weird.
Yeah, out of all the people, you get the puppy. You try to make a movie out of a puppy killer.
Yeah, that's good. It's got real tough task making that character sympathetic. I tell you what.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem, is that they try to make the villain sympathetic. I think they need to fucking lean in.
Yeah, they just need to double down super hard. But let me see. Yeah, I just want to see more Emma Stone. Of course, we all know the real reason why we're getting this movie.
What's that, friendo?
It's because Disney are too big of fucking cowards to make another fucking Goofy movie.
I think I'm fine with Disney not making or not trying to bastardize the Goofy movie.
I want a whole goddamn Goofy cinematic universe. God damn it. where's our Avengers-esque Three Musketeers movie where we get like the Donald, the Goofy, and the Mickey Mouse movie, and then like Chip and Dale and Pluto, and then they all come together to fight, I don't know, Pete. Oh, okay.
Oh, I
That's
forgot
why.
this. All right, I forgot. Like side thing, I forgot. I'm gonna put this on the news if you guys are interested about it, because I totally forgot about it when we were talking and stuff.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah, I just saw that tweet. But anyway,
yeah.
anything else for your week, Steamboat?
Nah, I said that was it for my week like 3 times.
Oh, my bad.
No,
All
you're
right,
fine.
well, let's
Nobody
move on
listened.
then.
It's okay.
I listen sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I guess that's it for everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. So, moving onward. As with the podcast, like every other podcast, we usually bring up a topic, and for the topic of this podcast, with the fan fest that is currently going on right now, Isekal brought up a good topic to talk about during the podcast. Isekal, I'm throwing it on to you now.
Oh, did I bring up that topic?
I thought you did.
Nope.
Oh,
It looks like.
oh, guess, sorry.
Looks like yet
sorry.
again somebody didn't listen.
All right, Mr. Vape Ship Nachos. Show me what you got.
Vape chip. God. I hate that. I'm gonna use it. Yeah. So we were talking. Okay, so Kunkel Bomber and I were watching part of the fan fest while your truly hero was streaming that, and part of like what we were talking about was like how a lot of people like from the first announcement kind of weren't all that excited about a Final Fantasy 14 original raid, because they talked about Pandemonium, right? And they said that was going to be original, that's not going to be a crossover, blah, blah, blah. And, like, Cookie Bomber and I kind of made the like observation that it's like, that's actually got to be nice for them. Because, like, now they don't really have to worry about, you know, working with another company or doing all this shit. Like, they can just focus on doing what they want to do, blah, blah, blah. But, what if we were assholes and we made them do a fucking crossover anyways? So... And I had like briefly mentioned that I wanted to see a crossover with like Dragon Quest, to which both Hero and Kinkle Bombers was like, they did that already, and I was like, no, I mean like shut up, I mean like a real one. And so that's kind of what the subject is. You know, what property or franchise or video game or whatever do we want to see a crossover with for Final Fantasy? And that crossover includes having like a raid, and kind of what that raid dungeon is based on, a cosmetic item, and the mount. That's right, those 3 things. So it has to include a raid, a special cosmetic item, at least one, and a mount. So
Okay.
yeah.
All right. I think I got mine, but
Go
mind
ahead.
if I say mine first? Because I don't want.
Go ahead.
I don't want to.
Do
All
yours
right,
first.
cool. So this is so with the raids, like the alliance raids, there are three different types of raids that come out within the patches and whatnot. So with it being Endwalker and all this wibbly timey-wimey bullshit going on or whatever, I don't know. I thought it'd be interesting actually for Square to go with instead of going like, you know, with out there and do something crazy. I'll be going with what Square has been doing and just using one of their own IPs and stuff. But I'll be using an older IP from a series that I've enjoyed a lot during my time as a dumbass teenager, and I thought it'd be interesting to make an alliance raid based on Chrono Trigger. What's up, Kyle? What's up, Kyle? What's up?
I did mine on Chrono Cross, so it looks like you'll be patched 6.1, I'll be patched 6.2.
Right on. So my initial thought for the for Chrono Trigger is like you meet like at some point you meet the time wizard, time sage or whatever, and it takes you to like the kind of the corridors of time, which is an area where you're able to go to different parts, different periods of the the Chrono Trigger timeline, and also you could, which also leads up to the fight against the boss Lavos, which is the creepy weird alien parasite that will destroy the world and whatnot. So I thought it'd be interesting that this whole mission starts off, and you start off with talking to Lavos and whatnot, and the first section of the first raid starts off in the past actually. So you're doing all the stuff with with Frog, from saving from stopping the evil Chancellor, to the skeleton battle on the bridge, to going to fight what's his name? Shit, that's gonna bug me now. The Grim Reaper, the fucking
Magus.
Grim Reaper, Magus, yeah, to defeat Magus at the end. With obviously Chrono Trigger music flaring up the wazoo and whatnot, and your first minion will the first minion will be a frog minion, right? And then with your cosmetics being just a bunch of like the characters from Chrono Trigger and all that stuff. If you do the savage rate of it, you get. I don't want to say that one yet. You'll get. So there's like these weird little like roly poly enemies in the past, right? That you'll just have as a fucking mount that you just hop on. He's just like run on it like a ball and stuff. That'll be the minion. Just you running on a fucking ball, one of the ball demons and stuff like that from the past. Then you go to the future in the second raid, right? That's where you meet, instead of now Frog, you are actually with Robo, and you're taking care of all the future stuff and whatnot. To which you fight the big mother computer, so you can help the people in the future have their food resources and whatnot, so you can help them out. And when you get that, when you beat that, you will get a Robo mount, or not a Robo minion, as well as all the cards that are associated with it. Like, should have matched that up with Frog. And you also get there's a scene in the future in Chrono Trigger where you're racing a guy called Johnny. He transforms into a motorcycle. It's the coolest shit ever. It's like F-Zero. It's awesome. That pod thing that you race Johnny on, that will be your mount. And the last one will take place just over like with the boss fight for Lavos, because if you guys don't know, you fight Lavos in obviously near the end, but when you beat him, he actually hollows out, and inside Lavos is a dungeon itself where you fight the true form of Lavos. So you go do that, and then you traverse through it. You save the day, but you're fighting with the OG3. You're fighting with Chrono, Luca, and Marley. I think is it Marley? But then again, you also have to add in the past with fucking K-Man Girl. Shit, there's a lot of stuff for Chrono Trigger that they implement. This is just top of my head. So for past, present, future, whatever. So after you beat the final form of Lavos in a crazy trippy battle through time and whatnot, you have the options to get the Chrono minion, the Marley minion, the Luca minion, and you also get the main theme for Chrono Trigger as an orchestrion role, and you also get the Epoch as a mount, with the Epoch music playing in the background for it as well. And I think that would be a pretty awesome fucking thing. Also, if you got, as a side bonus for whatever you want to see for a minion, you could also have the Gato minion. For you guys that don't know, Gato is a robot that Luca makes, so you could fight him to score some like points during the festival at the beginning of Chrono Trigger. And that is my crossover event, Alliance Raid and stuff. I hope you guys enjoy that non-existent thing.
All right, what about you, Issa Kyle? We might as well just transition over to yours.
Yeah.
Chrono crossover to Kyle.
Yeah.
Thanks, I hate it.
Hey, don't get so chrono triggered.
That's gonna be the name of a new website. Triggered.
I based mine off of Chrono Cross because I really like Chrono Cross, and I thought I might as well stick with another Square franchise. Also because trying to figure out how to do a raid for fucking Musashi Brave Fencer and Samurai Legend Musashi was too hard, and we got this prompt literally yesterday. So I did my area based around the Dead Sea, and it would combine that area from, because the main gimmick, like with Chrono Trigger, you went through various timelines. With Chrono Cross, its gimmick is instead of going across time, you go to an alternate world where certain events transpired differently. So this raid would be a combination of the home world and the another world version of the Dead Sea. I chose it because it's in the home world. It's really visually stunning because it's like a turbulent ocean stuck in time. So you've got waves forming and going, but they're like stopped in time. So I thought that would be some pretty cool scenery. With that, you would probably you would go through the 3 islands to raise the Chronopolis, to fight the Time Devourer, which is the final boss version of Chrono Cross. But on each island, you'd fight a series of bosses. The first island is you would fight Lynx and Harl, who are kind of like the initial antagonists of the game, before you get onto the big dumb stuff. The second boss is... Have any of you played Chrono Cross?
No, but it is on my bucket list because I'm a fan of the Chrono Triggers. So
Okay.
Same as Hero.
Okay. So the second boss, I'm not going to talk about too much because he's one of the hardest bosses in the game, and it's very odd because of the way that they look. But that person is who you would fight as the second boss. And then with that, you would go on to fight Fate, which is also a supercomputer boss in Chrono Cross. It's a big, weird, amorphized thing. And then after that, like I said, you would install the records of fate that you get from beating each raid boss that would raise the Chronopolis up. And then you would go and fight the Time Devourer in like a super cool trippy void and beat it out. As far as minions go, this game has like 60 fucking playable characters, so pick a bunch of them as like either wind-up minions or actual minions, because some of the characters you can get are like a literal baby dragon or a babby gray alien in a spacesuit. So 8 million options for minions. For the mount, I went with the SS Invincible, which is a ship that you use to sail around in. I chose that, or either like Surge's boat that you see in the opening cutscene of the game, because I don't think we have any boat mounts, and I think a flying ship is kind of cool aesthetically. So that would be
we got a
nice.
whale now.
It's true, we do.
We
have
got whales.
We have
That's the
whales.
closest
Yeah.
thing. That's the closest thing we have.
I'll reserve my opinions for the whale for when we actually talk about it.
Okay. And then as far as glamour items go, I would just use, again, characters for certain sets. So for the tank set, I based that off of Glenn. For the maiming set, which is now only being used by Dragoon, but will also be used by a new class that's coming out, I chose Lynx because that fits well with that other class that came out. For the monk samurai stuff, I chose Karsh because he's kind of got like an Eastern garb thing going on, and he also kind of looks like a Samurai Showdown character, so it's good for people that like to use sets to cosplay. For the ninja set, I used Grobik because he's a cool assassin man and it looks cool. And then I had like very few options for what to do for gun characters, because there are a few, but there aren't a lot. So I went with Norris. For the offensive casting classes, I went with Guile, not Street Fighter Guile, but magician-looking Guile. And then for the healing classes, I went with Stina. But like, since I'm the only one that played Chrono Cross, you guys don't know who the fuck any of those people are. So, but yeah, that's my raid.
Nice.
Dope.
Congo Bomber, do you still need some more time? Because I can go.
No, you're good to go. Because like, so there's nothing in particular that I actually want to see like as a raid or anything like that for the game. Like I'm perfectly content with like how it is.
Yeah, but you're developer. You're like, all right, what should we do for crossover? This is your addition.
No, I get that. No, I'm fine with it. Like without needing another
Okay.
crossover.
Oh, boy. Okay.
Well, like okay, so like in all fairness, I would have said like Monster Hunter, but we already got that. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Well, okay.
so like,
What did we get from Monster Hunter?
what did we get for
Did we get, like,
Trial and a mount.
trial, mount, and armor, and minions?
Orchestra
yeah,
rules.
yeah, and orchestra
Ah,
rules.
so never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get
got a
like a
lot.
Rathalos mount. You get Rathalos gear, high rank or like low rank and high rank gear. So that's
I'll never be good enough to get that Rathalos mount.
No worries, dude. We're not good enough either.
but
It's hard fucking playing, trying to like play Monster Hunter in a Final Fantasy world. God
But yeah,
damn
like,
it.
that would be pretty much it for me. The only other thing I would probably say it's not a video game, but like maybe like a crossover
it
with
doesn't
like
have to be a video game.
like a crossover with like Ava.
Mm-hmm.
So like the raid, right, would be fighting. So like it would like kind of like the Alexander raids, right, where they had like multiple tiers. So like your starter level would be, I don't know, like the first angel that you see in the show, I forget what the name was, and then second would probably be like Ramiel, just for like the cool scream, and then like the third tier, right, I'd have you fight Lilith. For like a minion, I feel like any of the angels could be fun as like a wind up minion, or like as an actual minion, Pen. And then like as for like glamour pieces, right? I would say, so you'd get your choice of like the pilots, like any of the pilots, right? So you'd get your Mari, you'd get Shinji, Kaworu, you know, Asuka, and Rei. Like just like their first plug suit, like not the rebuild plug suits or anything like that, just the original plug suits, and that would be the glamour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, there you go. It didn't have to be like another video game.
Like
Yeah.
but like I said, like I don't
Yeah.
really feel like it needs
No, I
anything
know.
else.
I get you. I mean, we're not talking about what it needs. It's just what we want.
Yeah, we're talking about if you were to
Well, no,
it's
like
not
I
about
get what
you
you're
want,
saying.
it's about-
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, he gets it. Yeah.
I just
Yeah. All right. Cool. So I was also gonna. So okay. So I felt like we were both gonna do Ava. So I prepped another one. Though honestly, as a minion, I would want the Ava units. I just want like a little minion-sized unit 1 following.
oh, dude, the minion can also be the piano.
No. fuck
Hey,
you.
yeah.
No.
I
yeah,
forgot
and
about
so-
that. Hold up. So you would also get like a drop, right, for like for a weapon,
Uh-huh.
and the weapon would be, you know, the spear of Longinas.
Why would you like fuck that? Like your Dragons don't need more shit.
Take it as you will.
It makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
I
It just
think
need
that
it.
idea is better than plug sleep glamours, in all honesty, because like I know that they each have their own like minute details, but like
Yeah.
for the wide majority of people, it's just gonna be like, oh, I got the black plug suit. I got the blue plug suit. Ooh.
Well, like, if they like, they could probably dye the plug suits and whatnot. As long as as for the designs and whatnot, they could probably just like be the default colors for the Ava kids.
Yeah,
and stuff
but
like
like
that, but they could.
beyond
what he's
like
saying,
some minute details, most of the plug suits kind of just look all the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm an Ava diehard fan, and I will acknowledge that. Honestly, what I would do for glamour suits, would probably actually be the Ava units. I think looking like an Ava would be fucking cool, especially if you have like the Spear Longinus as a fucking Dragoon Ava unit 1. Be fucking cool.
Yeah, you could make
sick shit.
You could even make one of the sets be the really fucked up Angel Ava unit looking things, or at least based on that in appearance wise.
Wait, which one? Like the fucking fish faces?
Yeah, the fish faces.
Oh, okay.
See,
Yeah, those
so like as far as like the Ava units themselves, I would have one as a mount, as opposed to like just looking like an Ava unit. Like you get to fly around on it, like a specific unit.
Yeah.
Like the one that they would pick, right? I would put it up for like a poll, whichever one got like the most popular poll, or like the winner from that would be the one that would be the mount.
I did not mute. I if I was going to like swerve into like goofy territory, what I would do is so you know how we have that one mount, I think it's from the end of Heavensward, that's the hand that like picks you up at the scruff of your neck.
Oh, the magic.
Oh, yeah.
carries you?
Yeah.
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 I would do the Ava hand, but it's just crushing you like Kawaru before he goes pop.
That's good.
Oh wait.
And it's just a giant floating hand, and it's just fucking
Oh my god.
holding you.
I got it, Aldo. So like also as like one of the drops, right? They could just be like one use items, right? Think of them as like the fireworks, right? You remember when Quaro's head just like explodes? that would be the firework. It's just like
Beautiful.
or even like Asuka's plug suit just like expanding. like that would be fun.
Yeah.
Another good option for a mount would be Misato's car.
Oh, it actually would be. I mean, we have the regalia in there, so fucking might as well.
Well, you can't get the regalia anymore now, so
I know, but it's still there
yeah.
to haunt me and remind me, not haunt me, but to fucking remind me of my inability to fucking get it. God damn
This
it.
is what you remind me.
What I really am.
Yep.
Why don't you just have like Angel Ray just carry you and stuff as a mount? Just like have her creepy ass just floating around.
Oh, you know what actually would be a kind of a weird, funny mount would be little girl Ray. Not a mount, as a fucking as a minion. They both start with M. As a fucking minion, that little girl
Okay,
Ray that like pops up and haunts Ritsuko. That one that tells her she's an old fucking hag. That'd be funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Bullshit.
but yeah. Bullshit.
All right, continue, Aldo.
Yeah. Anyways, so because Marcus and I collaborate on Ava, I know what's gonna happen. So I prepped another one, and I think it'd be really cool to see like a crossover with The Witcher, because I think visually, stylistically, it wouldn't really be as immersion breaking, which I know some people complain about. I don't, but whatever. So I think The Witcher would be cool. I think for like the mount, I originally was gonna be boring and say like Roche the horse, but actually I think the Griffin, which I mean for Final Fantasy is still a bit boring, but the fucking Griffin that you hunt at the beginning of the game would be neat. Because I mean The Witcher doesn't really have much of like, oddly enough, it doesn't have that many like mythical beasts that are worth like writing on as like other fantasy things.
Big spooky werewolf.
Yeah, sure. So that would be the thing. As far as like cosmetics, I think the Witcher gear would be really fucking cool to have, especially since you could do Geralt's like default wolf school gear. You could also upgrade it to like maybe one of the like advanced ones or like from one of the different schools. Like that'd be fucking cool. But at bare minimum, like Geralt's default Witcher armor would be rad. And then for like some of the classes that use swords, like a glamour that turns their swords into the silver and steel swords. And then obviously for like the female characters, series armor would be fucking cool. Or actually, or even like, oh, what the fuck is it? Triss and God damn it, I forgot the name of best girl. Yennefer. Yeah, Yennefer. So like either of those would be really cool for the women to have, I think. And then like for the raid, or like it'd be kind of like a, I think it'd be cool to do like a bit of a multi-tier one, and like maybe it starts out with you hunting the no. I mean, that's not really iconic though for Witcher. That's like the thing. But for the but I would have it start out where like you hunt like a big griffin, and then for like the second stage is like you have to go to Kaer Morhen or whatever, however you pronounce it, and you kind of have to defend it, or you have to fight whatever over there, and then like the final part would be you alongside Geralt, your group alongside Geralt having to fight the Wild Hunt, and Eridan as the head of it. That shit to me would be fucking cool. But I think I'm the only one who's played The Witcher 3 to completion. Unless
Yes.
how far did you get, Jeff?
Yes.
It's the greatest.
I know.
It's the greatest game to come out in the last 20 years.
That's a bold statement.
I stand by it.
That's fair. I'm not gonna argue against you.
I think on as a culmination of everything that The Witcher does, because it doesn't do everything perfectly, but I think as a whole product, as a whole experience, I think The Witcher is one of the best games to come out in the last 20 years. The Witcher 3 specifically. But yeah, that's what I would do.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody else have any final things to say about this topic in regards to, in regards to adding anything else to Final Fantasy? Even if you guys want to see like a few things, you don't have to go into detail about it. Like if you want to see like any other crossovers for Final Fantasy, the sky's the limit.
We have a
friends.
Diablos raid, right? Or a trial.
A Diablos?
Yeah,
Like for-
Final Fantasy 8.
It's
Yeah,
it's a raid,
Yeah.
I believe.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
it's
he's
the whole
in there
Void Ark
at the
stuff,
very
right?
least.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
All right. That's probably all I want from Final Fantasy. Make Musashi
Okay.
Miyamoto a trial.
make Yoshi P also a trial.
Yoshi
Like-
P. Make the president a
Yeah,
square.
Like his
Yeah.
character in game, like himself and his Lalafell, like
water mist.
like as a special PvP event, right? Where you go fight them. I feel like that would be cool. Just go 1v1 Yoshi P.
Make Tetsuya Nomura a PvP raid, so I can fucking beat him up for how dumb Kingdom Hearts is. Yeah, that'll show him.
That'll learn them good.
Yeah.
That'll teach him. All right. Well, should we head on to the news and stick with Final Fantasy?
Oh,
Sure.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
cool.
as good a segue as any.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, like we were talking about earlier in the podcast, the Fan Fest is an event that essentially that it's like a big old convention for Final Fantasy peoples, really. But they also bring up stuff in regards to the overall game and whatnot. We could do all these events and all that jazz. Right as of this recording, it is currently going on right now. So I streamed the first the keynotes of yesterday, which was the first day of the Fan Fest, and they elaborated more details in regards to the next expansion, Endwalker. First, the release date is November 23rd of this year. That is Thanksgiving week for us Americans. And for early access, if you guys pre-order it, which is available pre-order right now, is on the 19th of November. So everybody has a whole weekend to either do all the stuff early or grind up the new classes they want to be in Endwalker, which me and I believe Knucklebarn will be doing together. I'm going to be Sage, and he is going to be the new class, which was announced as the new melee DPS class as Reaper. So, your guys' initial thoughts on Reaper?
Initial thoughts on Reaper?
Yeah. Or we'll go with overall thoughts.
Reminds me of 11 Dark Knight. But I'm pretty excited because now I get to just be Edge. Be Dark Knight for tank, and then for my deeps just be Reaper. Edgy boy.
Now we just need an edgy healer.
An edgy healer?
Yeah.
I got it. Just dye everything.
Redo of a healer crossover?
Yeah, just dye everything black on Sage.
Oh.
There you go.
No.
Yeah.
Get out.
Yeah.
Get out.
Nah.
Oh, Steamboat.
No, he's talking about Steamboat.
Yeah.
And what Steamboat said.
Because I said redo of a healer crossover.
Dude. No, I feel like that would just be broken. Like the way how it is in that, I feel like that would just be broken.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like you would show up on the scene, and then that song "Mask Off" would start playing, and you just start ripping people's faces off. You're like, heal.
Jesus.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, like it's the cool thing about Reaper is that it is. I was like I mentioned beforehand, it's a melee DPS. It will be using the slaying armor set, which was only exclusive to Dragoons, as in regards to just overall melee. It looks neat. I'm not gonna play this class because I already have a melee DPS in Monk, and the more classes I have, the more encumbersome it is for me. But this is a big plus for those who wanted to scythe the wielders and stuff like that. Like the fact that this is a new job in the series. Because obviously you couldn't use the Dark Knight because that was already taken. You get a stand. You get a Void Scent as your assist buddy, and it combines with you for some attacks. Looks like, so you could I don't know, do the big damage. I guess we really gotta see more detail.
Gotta reap them souls.
Gotta reap some souls. Gotta be a Shinigami.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that they were so bold as to like rip off from Persona 5. Wow. Just the same way that Japan copied from Persona 5. Have you seen Tokyo and Shibuya? They ripped it right out of the game. No shame.
Jeez.
Can you imagine? Jesus Christ.
The
Even
audacity.
fucking JoJo stole from Persona. Oh my god, can you believe that?
What?
As the resident edgy boy here, I think Reaper is quite cool. I really like Bloodborne vibes because Bloodborne is a good game, good aesthetic. Glad to see it making it over here. I'll definitely give it a shot, but probably not gonna choose it over Samurai.
That's a decisive. Do you want to live by the blade or by the edge?
I guess that's a line I'll have to walk.
But They also announced that in order to get the to get Reaper and Sage, both classes will be available in Ulda. You have to make sure that you have a previous class that is level 80, I believe, right? Well, was it level 80 or level 70 that they said that there has to be another class available for you?
I didn't see the beginning part of that, so I don't know. We came in like halfway through.
No worries. I want to say it was like it's level 70, level 80. You have to have at least one class up to that level before you are able to get one of those two classes.
I'm gonna assume 70,
As like
since
that's the-
Dancer and Gunbreaker were 60.
yeah.
Yeah, like they're gonna be starting off at level 70, but they said that you're gonna have a class that is either level 70 or 80 before you choose those ones. Also, oh man, I'm spending a lot of shit. We were shown the new areas. First of all, Old Charlian looks fucking awesome. I was talking about a stream. I'm always a big fan of like blues, whites, and greens, like used as colors a lot in like architects and like all the shit. And this is really up my alley. Yoshi P said that initially back in 1.0 that they wanted to have 6 starting areas, with it being the first 3 Gridania, Thanalan, and Limsa, Ligma, and also with Ishgard, fucking Alamigo and Charlian as starting areas.
You mean famed rap group Alamigos?
Go to your room.
I am in my room.
Go deep in your room. But like due to like he felt like that was like probably a little too much, and time restraints caused it just to be those 3 starting areas.
It also wasn't him.
Yeah. My bad.
Because he also did say that like even as a 2.0 when he picked it up, 6 starting areas was still too much.
Hey Aldo, you see that trash can right there? I'm gonna need you to hop in there.
Shut up.
What? What?
For his rapper group Alamigos. Just write that in there. Just right.
We also saw the other deeper look at Thavnir, which, oh my god, when I was streaming, I loved how loud the colors were in Thavnir, especially like at Razahan. Initially when me and Steamboat were talking about it, we were talking about how it looked Mesoamerican, but like but we also looked at it further and like this seems more Indian, like Asian Indian.
I wouldn't say more, but it definitely has mixed vibes.
Yeah. I'm personally like I all these areas look really dope. Like the new dungeons. I know that Knuckle Bomber is very excited for those. It's like which one of the new dungeons were you like, oh man, this is for me, Knuckle Bomber?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Which dungeon stuck out to you the most?
I wouldn't say that one stuck out more than the other. I was pretty excited for both of them.
Yeah, that's fair. I know that there was the one they were showing which looked like you were just inside something, because it had like a bunch of fucking things with like
yeah,
teeth
that
and
one
shit.
looked fucking cool.
Yeah. And they announced also in regards to they confirmed that the new duty raids, I believe, will be are like we said in the topics, original specifically to Final Fantasy 14. The first one being for like your 8 players, Pandemonium. They haven't gave any more details to the extent of my knowledge while watching this, in regards to the alliance raids, but it seems like it has something to do with the 12. The artwork they showed was looked like it was that place where you do the was it the eternal bond ceremony? Just where you go get married and stuff like that in 14. They showed like the artwork of one of the what's the name for the architect? They showed essentially the little statue thingy that you see on your way to the to that area where you do the eternal bond stuff. Yeah, like so far, like I'm really enjoying all of it, and that trailer though, that extended
Dude,
trailer
we get to go to
was just
Garlemald.
fucking.
Oh my god. I'm so excited.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
excited
right?
That's
about.
what I'm
I
excited for.
really hope we get Judge Armor. I want that
That'd
Judge
be
Armor
pretty cool.
by Boiz.
They also announced the collector's box, which, whew, that's a nice looking box.
It's also sold out.
It's also sold out.
Yeah, I think that sold out
So-
within the first hour or two.
Yeah. Well, it came with a statue of Walt
Yeah, so
with the
the-
statue of.
So the knuckleball, bro.
But not as bad as Jeff yesterday. You want to tell him why?
We'll talk about that a little bit. We're getting to that. So the box came with a pin, as the Azim pin. Came out with the offspring of a Lalafell and a Vieira as a plushie. You get this dope ass art from Fur and Walker by Amano, and as well as artwork from the past expansions and the original game. And you get shots of the other games as well. Like you see the Warrior of Lights, you see Wally's transition from fucking Gladiator from 1.0 to a Paladin in Endwalker. And it's kind of
what is called key art.
Yes, thank you. And you also, you get your Diligence Collection Edition, which also comes with your standard mount, your minion, and your weapon glamour. With it being the Death Scythe, based on Final Fantasy XI, with a little bit of tweaking. And of course, for me, I was excited with the announcement of Mel Vieira.
Buddy boy hype.
Buddy boy hype. My hype was at its fullest when they announced it. I'm pretty sure I almost lost my voice, actually. All right. Sorry. I just flew through all this. So you guys want to give your thoughts overall on just all the stuff they announced?
The VR should have stayed gender locked.
Bad take.
Bad take.
Ultra bad take.
Bad take.
I'm
Sure.
kind of with Aldo.
Both
Kind
bad
of
takes.
Sure.
Super
At
bad
least
takes.
I would have
This
at
is Bad
least
Take
waited
Podcast.
to announce that until the female what was it, Hrothgar?
Yeah.
Which they did say would be coming at a later date, but they don't know exactly when because like they're still trying to work on that. I feel like they should have just waited on that, so that way so they can just release them both at the same time.
Not as bad a take.
Well, I think that, but I feel like people were wanting male Vieira more than the female Hrothgar. Like there was
I think people are wrong, and they should stay gender locked.
It's okay, although you're wrong. So
You're wrong. You're very wrong.
Sure,
Aldo.
sure.
What? Okay. Why do you feel that?
Because I think that's part of the gimmick to the Vieira, and I think that's if that's what they released, that's kind of what I feel like they should have stuck to. If they were going to cave and do the male Vieira anyways, I think they should have announced that pretty much as early as possible. Announced that they were going to back out on that decision.
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
Because I mean it's done by okay. So the thing is, I don't hate the fact that they're doing the male bunny boys. because that means that
Mhm.
they're listening to the audience or to the player base, and like they're listening, and that's nice. That's always appreciated. But also there's something to like sticking to your guns, and if you're gonna have a gimmick, sticking to that gimmick. And if the gimmick was to gender lock the Horgoth and the Vieira, I think they should have stayed gender locked.
Not only is it a bad gimmick, but I believe it was a gimmick born out of not wanting to do the work of adding male Vieira and female Hrothgar to start with. So
Sure. I mean, I'll stick with my bad take. I don't care. I think they should have stayed gender locked, and that I feel like that's what they should have just done.
Well, because I remember because they did talk like Mikote was original gender lock before I believe before Realm Reborn came out and stuff. Kind of like how they did with the original 11, where like the what's the name of the cat people in
Mithras.
11, Marcus? Mithras. And what was the Shrek equivalent?
They're Galkas.
Galkas, yeah. So those were gender locked originally. I can't say with the Shrek people for 14. I know they're not called
Rogadins.
Shrek people, but that's Rogadins. Yeah, with the Rogadins, I believe those were also gender locked. Not 100% sure, but I do see when I was going through and about all the Malviera stuff. There was a lot brought up about the Makotes being gender locked as well and stuff like that until Realm Reborn. And initially, Vieira was supposed to be planned for Heavensward and stuff, but they went with the Aura instead. Like they had concept art for male Vieira and stuff for such a long time.
I feel like that was a better choice in their in the grand scheme of it, to introduce the Aura at that point as opposed to the Vieira.
Well, this is one of those I guess agree to disagree things. We have our takes, and despite despite although Mark's being against me and stuff like that on this
hold
one.
on. So
What's up?
the reason why I say that, right, because like it ties in a little
Right.
bit better with Heavensward while going to Ishgard. Whereas like the Vieira, that happened in, what was it, Shadowbringers?
Yeah.
So like I feel like that was more like a natural transition to be that way.
That's fair.
'Cause-
I'm not gonna be against you in regards to the aura being added to Heavensward and whatnot.
No, like I'm not saying that you are. I'm just saying like in the progression of it, like I feel like that's better. Instead of
Yeah.
like introducing like some race and then like not really having too much to do with them. Where like in Shadowbringers, like when you get to was it like the Raktika Greatwood, and you start seeing more of them, like start showing
Yeah.
up and explaining who they are and like where they come from and stuff like that. Like I feel like that just worked out a lot better.
Right. All right, I'll give you that one, dude. But hopefully, everything will be good for like just not just with the VR. I mean, like in general, like everything so far is looking good for Endwalker, and I'm really excited to not only be a bunny boy but to play as a sage, and just go back at it again. With you guys, with you, Marcus, and hopefully, Tales of Orize will be back on the right track with until we get to Endwalker and stuff. Because if you don't have time to do anything in Final Fantasy, you have all the time right now in the world to do pretty much everything until Endwalker
So you
comes
got until
out.
like November. You got until November, at least the second week or two, or
You got
second
till
week or
November.
third week of November.
And not only that, you have a fucking holiday. Us Americans have a holiday around the time of that release. So awesome. All right. Anything else anybody want to add before we get on to the next news?
The Reaper looks cool. I'm not as big a fan of Bloodborne, but I think it still looks rad.
I'm not a fan of Bloodborne either, and you know that, Aldo.
Yeah. I mean, I also just mean like in general. I know a lot of people like the dark gothic look, and I think I'm not a fan of it, but I think for the Reaper looks cool. But also that just means I'm gonna glamour the fuck out of my Reaper, so it's gotta look like a pretty schoolgirl with a scythe.
A pro schoolgirl with a scythe. Yeah. So you'll look like fucking Maka from Soul Eater.
Yeah, sure.
All right, Kai.
I really want Judge Armor, and I want us to be able to fucking kill that stupid fuck Xenos. Also, the most important element that has been glossed over by the entire Final Fantasy community is that we canonically know that the Warrior of Light's shoe print has the Square Enix logo embedded into it. I forgot to do that joke when Endwalker was announced, so here I am doing it now. Doing everything I can. Pretending I'm Superman. Get fucked, Knuckle Bobber. That Nerf gun don't fucking scare me. I'm fucking 20 miles away from you losers.
All right. on to the next news. All right. Let's talk about Yakuzis.
That means it's me. I'm up.
Yeah.
That's my thing. Yeah. So Yakuza
House
Like a
name.
Dragon, which is Yakuza 7, did real fucking good. Lots of people really fucking liked it. It also took a big leap from what Yakuza games traditionally were by being a turn-based RPG. So it was a result of a bunch of people really like okay, that's fine. Really liking Yakuza Like a Dragon, and the fact that it was a turn-based RPG. The Yakuza creator Toshihiro Nagoshi and producer Kazuki Hosokawa confirmed that Yakuza is going to be carrying forward as a turn-based RPG with the spin-off series Judgment carrying on the action combat roots that were initially instilled by the Yakuza series. So that's the news.
Which I think Judgment is only like a spiritual spin-off, right? Like it doesn't. It's not actually in the universe, or is it?
It is.
I thought it wasn't.
The lot that has been such a big plot element of Yakuza for a while is mentioned in there. Like, I believe they do take place canonically. Okay, I gotta be careful about cleaning that key. But I do believe that they are the shared universe. It isn't just like they both take place in the fictional city of Kamurocho, but beyond that, they don't have any connections. I do believe that they are actually connected. It's just that I think Judgment usually takes place during the time that Kiryu's in jail, so that's why they never meet. But I do believe there are connections. I don't know. I've got Judgment. I've been meaning around to get around to playing it. As far as this revelation goes, though,
Resident Evil?
No. I wish I was Resident Evil. I don't know why I said that. That makes no fucking sense. I don't know how to feel about this because I definitely I saw how many people liked turn-based RPG Yakuza, and I'm like, well, I don't want to take anything away from those people, but like one of the key things that I actually really liked about Yakuza was its combat system, and so to find out that going forward I'm not going to get a Yakuza game with that combat system and instead just a turn-based RPG is kind of depressing. I am glad though that I will still have the alternative of Judgment. I'm not losing. Nothing's being taken away from me as an action game fan. Just means I have to play as a cop now, or a private detective, which I don't know if that's better. But look, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, I'm kind of like on the same boat as you, except I wasn't such a big fan of the RPG elements in Like a Dragon. I only played, I don't know, maybe about 20 hours of the game, so which apparently not that far. It just feels really grindy. If they can fix how grindy it is, I think I would be a little bit more excited. But as it is now, I was actually a little bummed out. I was actually really hoping they were gonna go back to a beat 'em up style.
Yeah.
Because
I don't know.
want to play Judgment.
I ooh, God no. I feel like turn-based RPGs are not like they were great because they effectively allowed game developers to tell really great stories without having and like basically being able to incorporate virtual D&D in a sense, very simplified. But now that we are capable of creating more complicated systems that can better tell the stories that we need without having to rely on such a mechanically defunct system, I don't think JRPGs need to exist, or if they are going to continue to exist, I shouldn't say JRPGs, turn-based RPGs, they really need to fucking shake up the formula and start incorporating stuff from other genres of games, probably like tactics games, because
I don't know. I think what was a little disappointing for me is how much they talked about Persona being such a big inspiration for the game. But then the game feeling a lot more like a traditional turn-based RPG like Dragon Quest, and not really having any of the dynamic battles as a Persona 5 does. Because like I don't mind Persona 5 as a turn-based RPG because it feels dynamic even though it's still turn-based. I think that was my problem with Yakuza though, is like for it being a new RPG on the block, it just feels really stale. It feels like, I don't know, it feels like it comes from a DNA of 20 years ago, except it's brand new.
yeah, no, I feel you. I don't know, like I was really starting to feel the limitations of a turn-based RPG in Persona 5.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't feel like it's dynamic enough. I think we need more things that kind of fuck with turn order. I think now we can kind of incorporate space on a battlefield. It doesn't necessarily need to be like a full-on tactics game, but I do think like Eternal Sonata is a good example of incorporating space into a turn-based RPG. Probably maybe without like going the full route of like a Tales of series, but like I feel like turn-based RPGs have kind of just been spinning their wheels for the last 20 years. Well, not so much 20 years, probably like 15 years. We're just seeing people incorporating the same systems and barely innovating upon them. So like when I play Persona 5, I still feel like I'm playing an RPG from 15 years ago. But yeah, those are my thoughts.
Yeah, I was muted, but I was kind of I was agreeing with you on all points up until that last part, to which I was like, I disagree, but also I can see where you're coming from, so I don't entirely disagree, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. As long as you can see where I'm coming from, I'm good.
Yep.
Do you low tier normies who don't play Yakuza have any thoughts on this? You wabagongs.
First of all, fuck you.
I don't really have anything to say.
Second of all,
the only Yakuza that I've played was like a bit of Kiwami, of like the first Kiwami. So seeing it in like, at least from what I've seen of what's it called, the Like a Dragon, that looked really interesting from what Aldo was showing me, or Steamboat. But yeah, I mean, sure, it looks neat.
Pardon.
All right,
Yeah.
on to the next bit of news then. Unless Yo's got something to say.
I got nothing.
Okay.
Just first of all, fuck you, and that's it.
All right, Lava God.
Like,
What's the next
can't
news
throw
story?
I can't throw my hat in the ring on this one. All right. Let's go.
I'm telling
Let's
you,
hop
you
into
should,
Target.
you should fucking play like a dragon, because that is you. That is you.
I'm waiting for the
That character is
I'm-
you. It's out for the PS5, Jeff. It's been out for the PS5. Anyway, did we lose Jeff? Did we lose Hero?
No,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
still here.
Okay, cool.
I'm still here.
Keep going.
I'll be damned. Yeah, we're going to Target.
Oh.
We're gonna be talking about Target.
Oh,
Okay, huh?
God, this thing.
Yeah.
So I was
So
like, oh, you Sly Devil, we going to Target? Let's go.
yes, we're going to Target. So for these guys, for those of you who have been on the verge of nerdom and stuff, and kind of not living under a rock for like the past year, the Pokemon TCG has surprisingly got very popular within like within over the year. Like
You can blame
Essentially,
Jake
like-
Paul for that. That's a legitimate thing. He is actually partially to blame.
I thought it was Logan Paul.
One of the fucking
One of
One
the
of
Paul
Paul, one of those
One of the
fucking
Pauls.
losers.
Yeah, one of the Paul douchebags.
One of those bitch ass babies. That's
So,
it's the beauty of being on an unknown podcast. I can shit talk all these big YouTubers that would definitely be able to kick my ass in a real fight, because they're not gonna fucking ever hear this.
Jesus.
Both the Paul brothers are bitch ass babies who shit their diapers every day. Get fucked.
Like how you say that? You say the same thing about Brock Lesnar, right?
Yeah, fuck Brock Lesnar. He's a bitch ass loser.
Time to just like at all three of them. Be like, here, I need you to listen to this, especially this Issei Kyle calling you all out. Yeah.
Looks like Israel isn't the only thing getting destroyed this week.
Damn.
Watch as we get like 10 more listeners.
Damn.
10 more listeners at least.
Damn. Damn, bro. Damn.
Damn. Did not see that coming.
I thought.
I guess neither did Israel.
Na-na-na-na-na.
Oh my god! I think I'm done with this podcast now.
But
Holy shit.
last surprise.
That's it for the podcast, everybody. Next 2 weeks.
Oh no,
I'm done.
Looks like we really got off target with our conversation, huh?
Oh Jesus Christ!
Hey, he just did your job for you.
Stop!
He pivoted us back on it.
Stop! Okay, sorry. Just fuck, guys.
He pivoted you back on subject. We're talking about Target. Let's talk about Target.
Hold on, give me a sec to just kind of pull myself together again. Jesus Christ! Sometimes, you guys, holy shit. So, Target says that they will halt the sales of Pokemon cards throughout the U.S. starting yesterday, as of this recording, which was the 14th of May. They'll still be selling cards on the site, mind you, but they're reciting an abundance of caution. I'm pretty sure that you guys have seen. If you guys have been in Target, you've seen that in the card section, like everybody, the one customer gets one or whatever like that, you know. Holy shit, guys! Like, I have not seen anything like this crazy. Like, it doesn't compare to like the Pokemon craze back when we were kids and stuff. But what the fuck, everybody?
Yeah, well, at least during the Pokemon craze, nobody shot somebody.
Yeah, we were just children. Those us children became adults with guns.
To further elaborate on the story, so
Yeah, probably.
yeah, so currently Pokemon cards have been getting swamped super hard. People trying to pull super rare cards and sell them back. The situation's been getting wildly out of control. There have been people reportedly opening cereal boxes in stores to steal the included Pokemon cards. In Japan, someone decided that Mission Impossible was a great way to fucking steal Pokemon cards and attempted to make out with almost $9,000 worth of Pokemon cards. So as a result, they've decided they started with limiting how many packs people could purchase, and have even starting to threaten law enforcement to get law enforcement involved if people are found camping out by stores to grab them all. As far as the gun incident goes, that actually happened over sports cards, which explains why MLB, NFL, and NBA cards are not going to be offered as well. So, looks like the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering fan base, your time is now.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah, apparently.
Is that why all the marks are rising up?
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently
rise
we're
up from the
fandoms-
Shadow Realms.
We're the only fandoms that still know how to fucking behave like people. Jesus fuck.
Yeah, shit's fucking crazy.
Yeah, it was like with the cereal boxes, with the fucking happy kids.
Happy
That's what they're called, Happy Kids meal, right? I don't know what they're called.
They're Happy Meals.
Happy meals, thank you. Happy kid meals, yes.
Well, seeing
Which are
as you're
meals for
neither a
children.
child or a parent, I don't really feel like that bad that you don't know that.
Yeah, it's been a while.
In fact, I think I'd feel a little bit.
It's been a
ashamed
long
of it.
while.
What are you talking about? Jeff is the residential child. He's the
But
little
he's
boy
also the
wonder that we
residential-
see every day.
That's uncomfortable because we called him the house waifu. He can't be the house child.
And
the
you
house
guys
waifu.
you guys thought my fucking Israel thing was too far. Jesus.
Jeff can't be the house child and the house waifu.
Disclaimer: I'm the oldest out of Evil Squirtle. I want to just let everybody
It's not
know
about
that.
age, it's about mental function, my
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. A child.
But everyone, as of this recording, for the one or two of you who are listening to this,
And the soon to be Brock Lesnar and Paul brothers.
yeah, please be civil. Like, it's just shiny plastic, and of course, shiny plastic makes serotonin go big, as we said earlier in the podcast. Like, if there's gonna be no point to just getting all the Pokemon cards, especially if the Pokemon company has just continuously printing, it just keeps on printing those cards. It loses the value. It overall loses the value of the cards, and it just kind of takes away from the people who actually play the TCG and whatnot. So while it is cool to have like a rare card and kind of invest in that to make a nice profit or whatever, they're going to be like, depending on how many cards they rush out, there's not going to be of any high value for you guys and whatnot, unless you guys do know the card game, and holy fuck, then that's a different story.
Well, I mean, it's working out for them thus far, so I think you're kind of wrong on that assumption. Hero.
Well, like I said, it really depends on whether or not they Pokemon makes more of those cards and whatnot. Like, if they keep on making the same cards and all that jazz, then the values are going to go down unless they know about the card game, and the what are the good cards and whatnot. What be meta and all that jazz.
Well, the thing is,
It's like the waifu tax in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, but only some cards. Not all cards are affected by the meta, in terms of value. Like, yeah, that is a big factor for a lot of cards, but not for all cards.
Like that fat Pikachu card.
Yeah. Oh my god, did you guys see the fucking Seth Everman video where he did a cover of the Pokemon theme song that he spent way too much time and money on? because you bought like 300 fat Pikachu cards.
Oh my god! Holy
No.
shit!
I'll post it later, but yeah,
That's fucking insane.
yeah,
Jesus.
yeah,
I mean, fuck it. Why not?
yep,
I wish I had that kind of money. Fuck.
yep. Me too.
Me 3. All right, on to more news. Burping. So, going to sticking with video game companies and whatnot. Sony, our pappy, our Sony daddies, have announced new DualSense controllers for the 1%, which is me and Aldo.
Yay!
Yay!
I'm special.
We're special.
I'm special.
So, the PS5 is getting new controller colors for the DualSense controllers, Cosmic Red, and Midnight Black. Yeah, finally, this is what I kind of waited for, is the announcement of new controllers. Mind you, I don't have mine pre-ordered,
I do.
but yeah, you do. You got the black one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going for that red one. Like, you got your guys' thoughts on the controllers, Kyle, Marcus, and Aldo?
I'm real excited to be the proud owner of 3 DualSense controllers.
Not 1, not 2, but
3.
yeah.
The black one looks really good. I don't like this color of red they've chosen, mainly because it's maroon. I also might have said this when we first got to look at the DualSense controller, but I'm greatly upsetted by the fact that the PlayStation buttons aren't colored.
That's fair.
It's also weird that the red one's $10 more.
Yeah, I thought that
Or
was weird too. $5.
$5 more.
Yeah, that's a little
that's
weird.
weird.
I wonder if it's just
Yeah.
a slightly more of a limited run or something like that.
Yeah, I can see the black one being like a constant run throughout the entire console cycle because fucking people love black. Once you go black, you can't go back.
But you know it. Insert joke about common acquaintance.
Anywho, Marcus, you like colors, right? You love colors, Marcus. Marcus?
What's up?
Uncle Bomber. Colors?
Yeah, I'm
That's your favorite Sonic game, right?
I hear Taco laughing.
yeah, I have no input on this.
Is that because of your problem? Knuckle Bomber? Knuckle Bomber, don't you go, don't!
You're gonna find out. You're gonna find out.
No! No! Put the belt away, Marcus.
I don't
Marcus?
know what's going on.
Marcus!
Get back upstairs!
Do what I want.
Get back upstairs! I don't think it's...
I only committed the crime of laughter.
I'll put the gun away. I'll put the gun away. Alright? Put the chair back up. Put the table.
You know what's
We here at
inter-
Evil Squirrel like to have fun.
You know what's
What's
interesting?
interesting, Kyle?
How many green PlayStation controllers have you guys seen
For PS4?
for any PlayStation?
A few times. Like, I've seen, like, the camo
But
controllers and
like
stuff like that, if
green,
that counts.
not camo, green.
Just straight up green. I want to say the closest I remember seeing on the PS4 was the mint green. I don't remember there being other color control. Oh no, there were some for the PS3.
If you count Mad Cats, I guess.
Like officially, I think there was one for PS4, but I know the last one I saw was for PS2.
Yeah, it's crazy because that's one of the colored buttons.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a lot of representation.
What, triangle?
Yeah. We also don't have like a lot of pink controllers either. Which is
Yeah,
a
that's
shame
true.
because square is the most superior PlayStation button.
All right.
I don't even want to comment on that.
You can go ahead and comment on it. I don't have much of an argument.
I don't
it-
have a counter argument. I just have emotions.
Okay, because I don't have any strong emotions. The PS Square button supremacy started with an off-topic conversation with Hero, and that's what I just randomly decided to settle on.
Huh.
The square button is the best one.
This just in from what Knuckle Bomber sent us. So PS5 official service will start on the 25th. PS5 Final Fantasy 14 was on beta, but now it will officially start on the 25th of this month. Right, Mark? Right, Knuckle Bomber? Knuckle Bomber.
What?
You hear what I said? So it's confirmed that it will start the 25th of this month.
That's what I just said.
All right.
didn't-
No, I did. I
You
didn't
just
hear.
said 25th.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as in like the
There was no context.
what? As in like the 25th of this month. I mean, I wouldn't just put the 25th and then like say December.
I don't know, man. Maybe Hero started getting taken.
Nah. Nah.
All right.
All right.
Any
Onward.
more
Continue.
commentary about fucking PlayStation controllers?
I like colors. Next. On to more unfortunate news, though. Diego.
Don't
No.
fucking call him.
That's
Diego.
serious. No, this is serious actually. Diego Umahara, professional FGC, like just fighting game player. Did Daigo hasn't retired yet from Street Fighter, right?
No, he is not. He's
Okay,
still
cool.
playing.
Yeah, he's if you don't know who Daigo is, he's one of the best Street Fighter players. It was him and Justin Wong that was there for Evo moment, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Evil
that was
moment
It was
37.
it was a Daigo parry
Yes.
that did the trick. It's been announced that he has contracted. He has contracted. Is that the right word I'm saying?
Sure. That works.
He has
He's
he has contracted.
Yeah.
He's contracted COVID-19. For those guys, like, I don't need to say this because it's still recent, but if for the future, if I don't know, somehow this podcast ends up being like really posthumous or whatever. COVID-19 is a pandemic that just won't fucking end. It seems like, though vaccinations are for the most part going on here in the States. It's much more different in other countries and whatnot. And as of recent, I can't really I can't vouch for this now, but the last few weeks, Japan went under another state of emergency for the coronavirus. And with this, people still get affected with this whole thing due to not being able to get the vaccine in time and whatnot. Daigo, unfortunately, is one of the people who just received the COVID-19. He's now hospitalized. Yeah, it's unfortunate, really. It said he was experiencing high fever and fatigue on May 5th of this year, 2021. He says that he's trying to make a speedy recovery. Telling his fans not to worry and whatnot. It's actually really concerning because now he was developing pneumonia and whatnot, but everything seems like it's going well for him. So that's good. It says he's feeling better. So in the long run, so that's a plus on our end. Any thoughts in regards to all this, guys? I know it sounds like I've been throwing a whole bunch of shit out, but I want to know your guys' thoughts on this.
Shit sucks, but I hope he gets better.
Yeah, same. Hope he gets better. I think there.
Yeah.
I think it was saying that he was starting to feel a bit better, but he might still be having some sort of symptoms.
Yeah. Yeah. I nobody. While I believe nobody in our friend group, in our main friend group, has had COVID-19. There our relatives and friends outside of friend group have been had tested positive and whatnot. Unfortunately, my youngest brother had it twice, and that sucks for him. One of the old people that I worked with at my job, he passed away due to COVID, and same with my mother's husband's brother. And it's at the time when the pass away happened, when people were passing away and whatnot, was really unfortunate because people couldn't really go to all the funerals and whatnot. If you like, I'm pretty sure they were very against the whole open casket and whatnot, right? Like I can't really honestly vouch for any of this, but in regards to just the funeral parts, but I just know that a lot of people weren't able to go pay the respects and whatnot like that. And please, everybody, be careful. Still, we're still in a pandemic. Right now, the CDC is saying that if you guys have been fully vaccinated, you don't need to wear your mask anymore. But for me, you don't need to listen to me. I'm just a dumb guy with an successful YouTube channel and podcast. I say just keep on wearing masks until most if not all all COVID goes away. Just be careful. Be safe out there, everybody. Okay, that's what we here at Evil Squirtle could say to you guys and recommend. All right. Should we now go with the funnies again, guys?
Sure.
Okay, let's go with funnies.
Yeah, let's go with the funnies.
All right. All right. So, the last bit of news is the last bit. Is the last bit of news? Holy shit!
I still have two.
Oh yes, go for it, Kai. If you want to bring them up.
Three technically. Just like last podcast where we had a trailer dropped for Power Ranger Ryu and his fucking sick ass dope 90s costume, we now have a trailer for Chun-Li with a not as good alternate 90s costume. She just kind of looks like a generic schoolgirl. Very un-90s. Do not like. 4 out of 10.
Too much water.
Well, overall, that overall Power Ranger outfit for Chun-Li is pretty dope.
Power Ranger outfit is good.
Yeah, like as a big fan of, obviously, as the token Tokusatsu fan out of our group. Well, not really, because Marcus is the Tokusatsu fan also. I like this. Like, I like the fact that they're using Ryu and Chun-Li as like their Ranger outfits are based on birds and whatnot. It kind of reminds me of Jetman, Chojin Sentai Jetman. Yeah, like I like it. I would love to see, like, I know it's unlikely, but I would have loved to see, like, the other Street Fighter characters get outfits as well. Like they already Ryu's supposed to be the Red Ranger. Chun-Li's Blue Ranger. So we need to get a yellow, maybe a black, green, and pink Ranger or whatever. Like, make Cammy the Green Ranger, or Guile. Cammy or Guile, make them a Green Ranger. And I can't think of other ones. Make Zangief the Black Ranger. Yeah. I want to see 90s. I want to see 90s school Zangief.
He's just gonna look like Bulk or Skull.
You don't want 90s punk Zangief?
That's what 90s punk Zangief would look like.
Yeah, you don't want that?
It's okay.
But yeah, like overall, it comes out this month. By the way, guys, I don't remember the exact date. Um, it comes out on the 25th of this month, guys. So if you guys are still playing Battle for the Grid, it's a fun game. I got my ass kicked a lot by Kyle and Squish, but yeah, it's fun. Get it? This is probably the best version of Ryu that you'll play as in a fighting game. And Chun-Li is Chun-Li.
Yep.
Oh, yep. Steamboat Kyle, you guys did add anything to Chun-Li and stuff?
Unlike Izakala, I actually like her costume. But that's about the only opinion I have. I don't know. I don't play the game. I'm not that big of a Power Rangers guy. And I think they still look good. I think, actually, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Chun-Li's Power Ranger costume. I feel like it's a bit of a weird mashup between her actual normal costume and that. But, I mean, I also don't know how to fix it. So, I don't know. I don't know.
Aldo doesn't know.
I don't know.
It doesn't know.
I don't know.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay.
It's okay, buddy.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
All right, Kyle, on to your second news.
Yeah, speaking of fighting game stuff, Event Hubs put out an article talking about 4 new features that could define and advance the next generation of fighting games, where they kind of go over some stuff that's been maybe only implemented in 1 or 2 games to stuff that they would absolutely like to see. So I thought it would be cool to talk about. Of the 4 features that they talk about, the first one is personalized tips and advice, which comes from Tekken 7, which apparently is only available in the which came with the Season 3 update, which is under their My Replay and Tips feature, where it'll recommend like punishment techniques, as well as point out like well, that's what all it does, which is really cool. They said that some things they want to see kind of in that similar vein is, you know, match suggestions of like, hey, it looks like you're losing 70% of your matches that you start off by throwing a fireball, and then maybe pre-generating some suggestions for proper spacing to more safely toss them out. If your timing for getting like a meaty SRK is off, maybe some special training to help get that rhythm down. They also talked about the playable replays that were recently introduced in the Guilty Gear XX Accent Core Plus R's newest update. Jesus fucking Christ.
Jeez.
Which was cool stuff. They bring up the idea of AI ghosts, which is probably the one that I'm not too big of a fan of, just because we've seen AI ghosts in like racing games and things like that, and for the most part they tend to be more gimmicky than actually useful for any kind of.
And honestly, like any Hispanic abuela will tell you, just don't fuck with the ghosts, man. Just fucking leave them alone.
I can respect that. I can respect that. That's some terrible shit you fucking with. I get down with that advice.
And the last thing they brought up, which is something that I'm a fucking huge ass advocate of, is shareable combo trials. Because every fighting game since Street Fighter 4 that came out, probably before that, but that's the one that I distinctly remember, has like sample combo trials that you can do that usually either get outdated or aren't that particularly useful, or like half of them just consist of, do you know how to throw a Hadouken? Good job. So the ability for players to craft out and then send their own trials to others for people to better understand like how to do bread and butters and things like that, rather than having to like fucking go up on YouTube or Twitter and then like backwards engineer it. Apparently, Them's Fightin' Herds already has that feature. It's only for PC, and it looks like you have to do that function kind of outside the game itself. So seeing it being able to do that in game would be really fucking cool. Any cool fighting game features that you guys would like to see?
I can't. I don't know. Like, I can't really say much because one of the main reasons I get fighting games is just to mostly play with y'all. You know, like I'm not an online guy or whatnot, but if it's good for other people, you know, more power to the other people. But for me, it's like fuck. It's good for people who care, but for me, I'm just casual, so I don't really. I'm like, it is what it is, you know. Like I don't mind. I don't mind either or, but if it helps out with more competitive scene, then I'm all for that. I like to spectate. I like to spectate. Yeah, in this one, like it's the exact opposite of how I feel about sports. I don't like watching sports, but I like playing sports. I play fighting games with my friends, but I don't play them competitively.
A feature that does not exist that I would like to see exist and then be implemented everywhere would be to capture replays or spectates, save them, and then have them, when you replay them, have them spit out the button inputs.
I think that is a
Is it like
feature.
where like if
Like-
so if I like I'm talking like
Yeah.
like if you watch somebody's replay, or you're spectating and you save that replay, right? When you rewatch it, will it also like spit out the player inputs?
I know for Street Fighter 4 there were people that were able to take like capture replays or match data and have the inputs displayed. So I know that's something that can exist. I don't know if it's just like a certain setting that you have to turn on, or like it's something that both players have to turn on, or whatnot. But I do know that it, at the very least, it definitely exists in Street Fighter 4.
Yeah, because like sorry to cut you off. Like with Guilty Gear, right? Like you can turn on the inputs and everything. Like save like a replay, or like even if you have like a recording device, you can play it back that way. But that way, so you can practice your combos and stuff like that. It shows your inputs. Like if you messed up, you can see like where you messed up and stuff like that. You can turn on, I believe on Tekken, you can also turn on your inputs, like while you're in practice mode. But as far as like saving it, like how you were saying, like let's just say you want to do like a staple combo or something, that you did in practice mode and then just replay it with the same button inputs. I'm not sure if you can.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean like if I spectate you and Jeff playing, and I can save that replay, and then I can rewatch it and see the inputs you guys are putting in.
Oh, okay, I gotcha. No, I don't think any other games have that currently, but that would be a cool feature.
Yeah, and it also I think would help with resolving any disputes in like tournaments and shit. But
True that.
yeah. Anyways, that's my input. Haha.
Hey,
Hey.
Aldo does it again.
Buzzing there. Oh no, gross.
I'll
Gross,
smack you.
Gross. I know. I realized what I was saying.
Apparently, Guilty Gear Strive is also going to have a shareable trial mode as well, called combo recipe mode. So that's cool. I'd like to see that kind of expanded upon, like the ability for somebody to load up a combo and then kind of go through like a few modes that like stuff like Guitar Hero and Rocksmith do when they're trying to teach you how to play guitar or like get better at it, is like being able to slow down or speed up at the rate at which you go through that, like the rate that you go through that combo, so that way if you're having a hard time connecting a link, you can slow it down to help try and get a better feel for it. I know there's also a mode where like the song won't progress until you hit the right note, so it'll just kind of stay stuck on where you're at. So something similar to that, where the combo won't progress until you actually do the movement, to help build in that pattern recognition, the pattern memorization for what you need to do. I think that would be really great, especially for games with longer combos like Marvel, because sometimes you drop your combo because you forgot what you were supposed to fucking do next. So that'd be really cool. Love to see those. Speaking of things we'd love to see, Sega, a financial results presentation has revealed that Sega is considering maybe reviving some dormant IPs, which include the likes of Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio, along with Panzer Dragoon and a few other things, which is very exciting for lots of people of those old dormant IPs that probably don't have any legal way to play a lot of those games now. They also brought mention of the creation of Super Game, which is apparently a new FPS title at European Studio, which it's the Super Game.
It's got a long ways to go though.
It's Super Game.
Super Game. Yeah. Now, first and foremost, everybody, this is something that I fucking wanted to say. Like, I'm gonna do a Kyle, all right, and I'm like, it's about fucking time, Sega, like, because for those of you guys who don't know, back when we were younger, Sega used to make consoles. And they had a lot of fucking, like, a lot of great, well, I guess you could be mixed up with the games. They had a lot of good IPs that a lot of people enjoyed. Unfortunately, due to them being known at the time as the game that makes the Sonic games and stuff like that, before Yakuza gained popularity here, and before they bought Atlas, which Sega's actually pushing for Atlas to release more games, games on everywhere else,
and probably get on the same page as everyone else when it comes to fucking worldwide releases and streaming shit, because Atlas is a fucking fossil old dinosaur older than fucking Ronald Reagan.
And like, if Sega's such a mixed, it's such a weird company for me. Like, they have so many IPs and whatnot, but the only ones you'll see from them are, like, Sonic, Yakuza, and any Hatsune Miku game that they decided to come out with. And there's a lot of IPs that that they tried to come out with. One of them, I want to say, like, the most recent game that came out that wasn't Sonic or Yakuza, that was an existing IP. That wasn't Yakuza, Sonic, Persona, and Hatsune Miku, was I believe Nights, back on when it came out on the Wii and stuff. Like, I don't know if it came out after or before Virtual Fighter 5, now that I think about it, but like,
we had the re-release of Rez and the updated version of Panzer Dragoon, so
yeah, but those were essentially like re-releases of already existing games and whatnot. Like,
so first, was that Nights Wii game, I believe.
The Nights Wii game was actually a new game. Like it wasn't a remake of the OG one. And like I said, like it's about damn time because I want to see, I want to see. Obviously, I want to see Burning Rangers and stuff, but I also want to see Jet Set Radio, which fuck you, Kyle, which Jet Set Radio has shown like there's a fan base for it with especially hopefully with the announcement of the new game that Team Reptile is making, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. Is that what it's called?
I think it's Cyberpunk Bomb Rush, but
Yeah, essentially something like that.
yeah.
As well as like Crazy Taxi, because Crazy Taxi is how I found out about Bad Religion and Offspring, like the OG Crazy Taxi.
Yeah, Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
Good luck getting. You could probably do Crazy Taxi, but like, I imagine that the biggest the biggest issue behind both Jet Set and Crazy Taxi is because a lot of what's iconic about them is their soundtrack, which includes a lot of licensed work, which makes it really fucking hard to keep those games relevant and updated because license expire for some reason.
Right. Licenses do expire and stuff, but if they do release a new game, because which probably I gotta look at for further as to why. That's probably the sole reason why they haven't released a Jet Set Radio Future. But at the same time, though, they have been they did release the OG Jet Set Radio and stuff, but I believe they took out the Jurassic 5 song as well as a remix of Rob Zombie's Dragula. But I believe most of the music was done by Hideki Naganuma, funky grandpa or funky uncle on Twitter. His Twitter's so fucking weird. But I love him. But yeah, I believe most of the music was done by Hideki Naganuma, who doesn't work with Sega anymore, I believe. Well, yeah, he doesn't work with Sega anymore. But he does work with like a bunch of games that have that Jet Set Radio feel, like Lethal League and Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, as well as like Hover and other games. And also you can't forget like Shining Force. I know Phantasy Star Online is strong in Japan, I believe. Them have. Sorry, go for it, guy.
Yeah, they also released Phantasy Star Online 2, and that's been doing pretty well from what I understand.
Yeah, they had a closed beta this weekend. I think it's still going on right now. Like I said, Shining Force. What's the Age of Reticence? I don't know. Maybe that's what it's called. I don't remember. But it's the shooting game. It's a shooting gun kid game, where cute anime kids shooting guns. You also got like Space Channel 5, Choo Choo Rocket. There's a lot like
Panzer Dragoon.
Panzer Dragoon. Knights, obviously, especially with fucking Battle in Wonderworld like tanking so fucking bad.
Honestly, looking back at old Knights games, I think it's better for the past. I don't think we need any more Knights-esque games.
I also don't think. Okay. So I have probably a controversial opinion.
Go ahead, dude.
Much more controversial than anything. There's no point to licensed soundtracks anymore. And I think that unfortunately nowadays they just get in the way of being able to release old games. And while licensed soundtracks were definitely have the personality of games like Tony Hawk and Crazy Taxi, with the advent of streaming media and being able to like play your fucking music over whatever game you're playing, what even is the fucking point to a licensed soundtrack anymore? When like you can just if people are gonna stream it, they can't even stream the fucking licensed soundtrack. So you turn that off, or if you just don't like fucking ska music, you just turn it off again.
Then you're a filthy degenerate and need to be fucking executed. But continue on.
So like, I understand why we needed licensed soundtracks in the past, quote unquote needed, because we don't really need them. But like, would it be so bad to release Crazy Taxi or Tony Hawk without the licensed soundtrack, when you can just play that soundtrack off of a fucking playlist that you make on Spotify?
Yeah, that's a take I want to be angry about, but deep down in my heart, I know you're right. Like, you could just re-release Crazy Taxi and then be like, hey, because your favorite console, unless you're playing on the Nintendo Switch, because Nintendo, much like Atlas, is an old fucking fossil and can't get with the times. But hey, if you're playing this on an Xbox or a PlayStation, check out our Spotify list with all the old original tracks. Boom, bada bing. You're good. You're done.
And I mean, I get it, because there are roadblocks to it. Obviously, you pointed out like an obvious one, like the Switch, because you can't really play Spotify over a fucking thing while you're doing that. At least not gracefully.
Just one earbud in this ear and the other one in the other one. Just there you go.
Like I said, you can't do it gracefully. But also, I guess that's also on you putting the responsibility of being able to afford and have a Spotify subscription or any other music subscription to anybody else, to the user. But with the exception of those 2 points, I feel like
it's a sacrifice that if I have the choice of old game with old soundtrack but never getting it again, or old game with generic soundtrack but I maybe get to play an updated version of it in 10 years, I will always take the latter.
Yeah, like for me, it's all about whether like if they decide to go for like licensed music, whether or not they either get in-house, or if they just like get whatever feels like the music of the time the game comes out, you know? Like I told Kyle.
Well, if it's in-house, it's not really licensed music. That's music they made for the game.
Well, yeah, like it's like what what I was talking to Kyle about in regards to like Crazy Taxi and Jet Set Radio's music.
Yeah, well, like when I was listening, which is why I brought it up like ASAP, because you guys were starting.
Oh yes, my apologies then.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I'm sorry then.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of fucking songs that are out right now that have that Jet Set Radio feel. And like I'll be more than glad for like if they like not just like a re-release of, because I always talk about them re-releasing Jet Set Radio Future and stuff like that, but just to have a new game is all that really would appeal to me more than anything else. Is like, well, yes, having like a revamped or just a re-release of like an old game would be a plus. I feel like that'd be much better for more much older like series and stuff like that, like Shining Force and whatnot. Because I don't know if you could still download Jet Set Radio Future on Steam. I think you can. Let me check actually real quick, because I know I have it on my computer right now.
You can just get Jet Set Radio.
Yeah, you can just get Jet Set Radio. You can just get Jet Set Radio, while Future is the one that you can't. That hasn't came out yet. But like, I would like to see the classics to be released, while the much newer ones, or the ones that have already had that release, like Nights and Jet Set, hell, even Crazy Taxi, and maybe fuck Daytona while we're at it, to have a new game in the series and whatnot. Even fucking Panzer Dragoon, you know, and shit, we're getting a remaster of House of the Dead 1 for Switch, and I would like, and obviously, you know, we have House of the Dead 4 in the arcades and whatnot, or at your local fucking, was it Level Up? What? Sure. Level one? I don't know. Whatever the store. Round 1. Thank you so much. Although,
well, there goes that sponsorship.
But yeah, like I would just like to see Sega like stop being such a strange company and be able to actually either release, either work on the games that they have IPs for, or at least have people that know that that can handle, like fans or people that they can know that can handle those IPs so well and make releases of them, like how they brought people in for Sonic to make Sonic Mania, as well as release for Sonic 1 and 2, and maybe even bring probably Team Reptile in to make a new Jet Set game and whatnot. Like, the fans are there, Sega. You're one of the companies that are very lenient towards fan games, as long as, and with the, on a side note, with the whole debacle with Sonic Omens and with the announcement, as long as the fan games are not making a profit, this is a PSA for everybody, as long as your fan games are not making a profit, Sega doesn't really care for the most part. But there are the fans that are willing to make those games. There's fans that made inspiration games. The FGC's at all time high right now. You guys announced Virtual Fighter. Albeit it seems like it's just going to be a updated version of Virtual Fighter 5, which is cool. But like, you know, get on it while the iron's hot, and start bringing the games that you had in the past to what we have now. And that is Jeffrey, and thank you for coming to my TED Talk. I stole that bit from Aldo.
To clarify,
I stole it from the internet. You're fine.
Yeah, to clarify, they have not actually officially announced a new Virtua Fighter. It's just that it may have been leaked by a game rating board.
Well, at least on that article it says it's on the table, but nothing's confirmed about it though.
Yeah. Boy, I sure wish I could play Panzer Dragoon Saga, but that's probably never going to happen because they lost the source code. Well, I guess maybe someday I'll have like $3,000 to buy a copy of it.
Jesus.
That's like 6 Burning Rangers.
Jesus. All right. Anybody else got anything to say?
No.
What about that? About
Nope.
that particular topic?
Never mind, it's $4,000.
Oof.
I was and I thought I was exaggerating. Holy shit!
Oh, that's. Wait. I can math. It's 8.
Are you sure? Last time you said you weren't good at math.
Shut up. That's 8 Burning Rangers.
I was on Amazon. Let me check eBay.
Oh, I
Cool.
did have something,
About that.
but not for that topic.
Oh.
2-person cycle mount was announced.
Oh, that's cool.
What the fuck is
Final
that?
Fantasy.
Oh,
Two-person cycle.
for Final
Patch
Fantasy.
5.55 comes out on the 25th of this month.
Shit. Oh wait, dude, we need to do that near raid now.
And then
Wait, we have time actually.
the next patch comes out like June to August. And for people who didn't get the Regalia mount, you get another chance on September 9th.
Aldo, you hear that?
I'm sorry, what? No, I was not paying attention.
Oh my God, Aldo.
Sorry, what?
Marcus, tell him.
I disassociated hard.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so for people who didn't get the Regalia mount on 14, you get another chance on the 9th of September.
Oh!
Ooh, baby, that's what I've been waiting for.
Whoa!
Cool new glamours. What else?
Where are you
I'm
seeing
watching
this?
the digital fan festival.
Oh, fuck.
This is why I've been quiet.
Oh, fuck.
Also stuff that's what was it for crafters, for I believe it was like the new new raids and like new primals and trials and stuff like that, you can get stuff that you can desynthesize, so that you can actually get crafting materials from them now. Yeah.
Just let me buy Gil.
No, that's not
Kyle,
gonna happen.
no.
Tired.
Kyle, that will cause inflation.
No, it won't.
Yes, it will, Kyle. Because here's the thing, Kyle. Here's the thing in it. All right.
All right, cool.
If you buy,
They also talked about breaking down on people doing that some more and RMTs yesterday, like official statements and everything.
dope.
New resistance stuff, more.
I love that. I love that fucking Kyle judges me for wanting the Vieira to stay gender locked, and he's like, "Let me buy Gil." That's equally shitty.
pay to win.
That's
We
way.
pay to win.
That's the shittiest. That is the shittiest
We're
take,
worse.
dude. That will cause the whole economy in Final Fantasy 14 to go to shit.
No,
Just
it
turn
wouldn't, but
14
okay.
into a gotcha.
How would it?
Okay. No,
Explain to me. Like,
I should have just let it stay that. I'm sorry, listeners.
Because all of the valuable items are locked behind stuff that you can't buy with Gil. So, doesn't
like
matter.
what?
Like all of the high-end raid gear stuff. That's all locked behind totems that you have to run
Yeah, do you play the
raids
game?
through.
Yeah, you play the game. Like that's your reward for playing the game.
That's cool. That's fine. I don't want to buy that stuff with Gil. I'm just tired of being fucking broke all the time when I buy gear to level up my alternate classes.
Then become a crafter to fucking get your class.
I am a
to get stuff.
crafter. And guess what? To get the stuff that sells really well, I gotta fucking run 8-man level 80 groups with fucking treasure maps.
Yeah, that's just for glamours though. That's not for like,
Yeah, that's the
progression
shit
of
that sells. So I can get money
'cause-
to get the progression shit, Jeff.
So you get money to get the progression shit.
Yeah!
So you're just buying stuff and just not selling it or anything, or like when you're bored with it, or when you run out of item space or whatnot.
No, I sell that stuff. It's just... It doesn't make a whole bunch of money, dude. Like, you can't sustain yourself off of that from selling your old equipment.
Or like just break it down break down into like its parts and do other shit with it. Like Kyle, my dude.
That doesn't
If you
make
like,
money,
if you want to get the glamours, but you don't have the time to like.
I
do
don't
all
want the
crap.
glamours. I want money.
He wants Gil. It's
Yeah.
Because if you spend money on Gil, that means you can buy all the expensive stuff. And if people buy,
But you can't buy that stuff with Gil.
But you want Gil though. You want Gil to buy. What do you want to buy? What do you want the Gil for?
So I don't fucking go broke every time I level up an alternate class.
Yeah, but if for other people they're like, all right, cool, I'm going to put this money in Gil, and I'm going to buy all the shit on the market board and stuff like that. Then everybody who's new will be like, well, fuck, I want to buy this, that, and this, but because of I want to buy a level 15 ring on the market board because maybe there's somebody selling at a good price and whatnot. And because the money's so goddamn high, they're like, well, shit, we can't buy that unless we throw more money in.
Except for there's no demand for level 15 rings, Jeff.
You'd be surprised. Some people like going from the ground up. We get new people starting every fucking day, Kyle.
I'm aware, but still, the supply for level 15 rings isn't that gonna be that high.
You'd be surprised, Kyle.
I'm willing to bet I wouldn't.
Anyways, let's move on. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Good point. Anyways, the video should say gender locked.
No, Aldo.
Yeah. Anyways.
Do you hate me, Aldo?
No, I just hate the idea of
Because it sounds like you hate.
No,
you
listen,
hate
I'm
me.
happy you're happy, but also, fuck that. Not you. I'm happy. Listen, I'm at a conflict because you're so happy about it, but it's not personal, Jeff. For the first time, I promise it's not personal.
Wait, what the fuck?
I really just think the Vieira should have the whatever should have stayed general. I just believe that in my heart of hearts. Is it a shitty take? Yeah.
But last time you said your heart was wrong.
Yeah, 1 out of 100. Anyways,
What is this podcast?
I don't know, dude. This is your fault. You brought us together. This is your fault.
Hey, it's our fault. We met in college.
What's your fault? All right. Anyways,
All right. I think that'll do it for the podcast, everybody. What are you guys looking forward to for the fucking... What are you guys looking forward to the next couple of weeks? Till the next time.
so I'm looking forward to I'm assuming you guys are probably gonna say or do the same thing. But jumping back into Final Fantasy 14 for a bit. So I'll probably be doing that, continuing to play Control, continuing to be disappointed with Marvel games in the modern era, and probably catching up with Castlevania.
Marcus?
Magic. Magic
And that.
and Resident Evil 7.
Kai? Kai?
Maybe I'll get around to isekai anime. Probably hopping back into 14 and being perpetually and infinitely broke. I don't know. That's about it.
All right, as for me, still working on Final Fantasy VII. Next episode should be coming out this week. Me, Squishy, Knuckle Bomber, and Steamboat have made a few Smash Brothers in regards to you already saw Sonic Riders, Def Jam
Fuck.
will be coming out. We also have a Mario Party coming out as well. We then have continuation of Resident Evil 4 that's going to be coming out soon. Hopefully we'll be done before the month ends so we can continue on playing with Resident Evil 8 or Resident Evil Village. I'll still be working on PK. You'll be seeing that hopefully soon. Just started working on a new part of it. And hopefully that ends up well. Then hopefully a little bit more Monster Hunter. I don't know when Aldo will upload the Monster Hunter stuff. Aldo?
When I finish some of the assets and I buckle down with the editing, because those are going to be editing intensive. But yes,
There you go.
They will come out.
Just gotta wait and see.
Yes.
Then afterwards, speaking of Monster Hunter, the next we're probably when the next podcast we'll be doing the next update for Monster Hunter will be coming out. Then after that I'll be talking with Stormy, so we have Tales of Orzia rolling back again. I'm actually planning on working on a project in regards to Pokemon. It's going to be a simple thing, nothing like the Mega Man Battle Network stuff. Though I am thinking about doing something with Tatsunoko vs. Capcom. We just got to wait and see whether all that stuff comes out. Then, yeah, hopefully a new job for me as well.
I also look forward to being excluded from any future Smash Brothers games for some reason.
Hey man, I was excluded from the Mortal Kombat viewing, so
That was one time. It sounds like I just got excluded from like 6 of them.
it happened in one recording session. Behind the scenes talk.
Yeah, everybody could do everybody could do anything on Evil Squirtle.
How am I supposed to join you guys in Smash Brothers when you don't fucking tell me when they're happening, hero?
You just say it like, "Hey, can we do a Smash Bros?" And depending on the weekend, I'm like,
But,
"All right,
but
yeah,
like
sure."
when you guys are doing one, why not invite me?
Well, like fucking, I don't know, shit. Like, I just been told let's do a Smash Bros. I'm like, all right. Like people come up to me about Smash Bros. I don't tell anybody about Smash Bros. People just come up to me about doing Smash Bros.
And then you just instantly do them. You don't plan them out or anything.
No,
Actually,
I'm
not
just
not this last one was not planned at all. We fucking winged it together.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm still very upset and betrayed.
We were all just hanging out, and then I started drinking and stuff like I always do with my lonely ass.
Yeah, we spent like an hour trying. No, we spent like an hour trying to like. This is how unprepared we were. Spent like an hour and a half trying to get the fucking save file for Def Jam that was all unlocked, and we couldn't.
Yeah, and also we lost the recording session of a Metroid Prime 2.
Oh my god, you asshole! You reminded me. Why would you do that?
It's okay.
Sorry.
You just need to swipe
Like-
you. That's just what happened.
Didn't you win that? Oh, you know what? Whatever. Yeah, but
Yeah, exactly.
it's usually like this. As of this one, Kyle, I apologize. This Smash Brothers was very impromptu. Kyle. Kyle.
Haram.
Kyle.
Yeah. You got anything else to say?
No.
Okay.
That's it. That's it for another Chits Chat, everybody. If you like what you heard, neat. Feel free to do all that magical YouTube stuff. Like, comment, subscribe. If not, there's other probably better podcasts you can listen to. And on our YouTube, there's just links to multiple sites where you can see what we do outside of YouTube. You know, you can always go on my tune and look up PK Life is Short, so have fun with it. And I'm starting to stream every Friday on Twitch. As of what I might be streaming Friday, maybe Pokemon Snap or fucking Sonic. I don't know yet. Don't at me. I stream what I want. Maybe Titanfall. Maybe I'll stream Titanfall.
Probably more Legend of GQ. Depends on what Knuckle Bomber's doing either later tonight or earlier tomorrow.
I'll be playing Resident Evil and getting some cleaning and other stuff that I need to take care of done. Yeah,
Tonight
and tomorrow.
Okay.
But as of now, I'm Richard the Hero. Who are you fellows?
Your boy Steamboat Taco.
I'm Knuckle Bomber.
I'm the man banished to another world, Isekai.
Oh, don't say it like that.
I'm gonna say it like that.
Don't say it like that.
We're going out like a pouty little bitch.
Oh,
I feel
bro.
it though. I feel it.